Hello, my name is Rossella and today I'm going to do chapter 9 in this book. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I publish many tutorials on music theory, piano, musical quizzes, discover music theory, past exam papers, scales and musical terms to help you improve your knowledge and your playing. You can also visit my website where you can see all the videos that I publish, theoryvirtuoso.com. Thank you for watching. Bye! In exercise 1, we need to circle the correct answer to the following questions. And the first one asks us to name this ornament. And this is a lower mordant. It would ask us to play this note, the lower note, and this note again very quickly. Da-da-da, da-da-da. As opposed to the upper mordant, which would go up and down again, but without this line through. The trill is much quicker and the turn has a different shape, and then we will see it here. Which is the sign for appoggiatura? Now, here is the pronunciation of it. Appoggiatura. Appoggiatura. I am producing loads of shorts on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram about Italian terms to make you learn them once forever. So follow me on Instagram and make sure that you also go and watch the my short playlist linked in the description below or above on the card up here. So you won't be doubtful anymore. And also I teach you the pronunciation, appoggiatura. So watch out for them. And this is the sign for it. This is the acciaccatura. And this is also another acciaccatura. And this is the lower mordant. We've seen it here. This ornament is a trill. And it's not difficult because the first two letters are also the same as the symbol. And what is this? It just asks us to play this note in the upper one, unless specified otherwise, very quickly and very long, as long as the note. Which is the sign for acciaccatura? Here we are, here, this, with this line through. And what is the other word for acciaccatura? Grace note in English. Not appoggiatura, guys. This is another one. And appoggiatura is a little bit short, longer. Tara, tara, as opposed to acciaccatura, tra, tra. Again, I shall send you to my YouTube shorts or TikTok videos because I say a lot there. What is the ornament? This is a turn, and the shape gives us the shape of the development, basically. So it's the note, the upper note, note again, lower note, and note. And this is it. Note, higher note, note, lower note, note. Okay, turn. That's it. Exercise 1 is sorted. Let's move on to exercise 2. In exercise 2, they ask us to answer, so to translate the musical terms, and they are taken from grade 1 to grade 4. So this is a very good way of testing your knowledge, as this is expected to be demonstrated in the exam as well. So let's have a look at them. Deciso. Deciso means with no doubts. So decisive, okay? It's not doubtful, it's not hesitant. So I think the English translation is with determination, because it's like you've got the will of doing it, and you are, you have sorted out your doubts and you just do it, okay? So decisive. So I would say actually decisive, but okay, with determination, I think. Decisive. I would just write it here. What is the Italian word for with passion? Okay, compassione, appassionato, like the Beethoven sonata. Appassionata. What does come prima mean? Okay, come means like and prima means before, so like before. As before or like before? Like or as before. So for example, if you have, I don't know, a specific articulation, you won't see this articulation repeated again, but they would just say come prima. Or it could be just not the articulation, but everything else, so performance directions, everything stays the same. So in order to save time for the copiers to copy by hand the scores and to save ink as well, they would just say, the composers would just say come prima, and that says everything that you've done before would have been recalled here. The Italian word for pleasant means probably, so compiacere, so amabile, amable, amabile. It's tricky actually because, yeah, pleasant, amable, something like that. Stringendo, okay. Stringendo means that you have, it's a metaphor. Time and space are equivalent in this case, because it means that if two notes are this distance apart in the space of time, you make them shorter, narrower. Therefore, the notes are closer to each other. It's more narrow, the space between them. So basically means accelerando. Now, watch out, because this has a past version, which is stretto, and which means that it's not the process of making them narrower, but they are already narrowed. So it's an abrupt change of speed, stretto. That means make the notes closer to each other, squeeze them. And space and time in this case are equivalent, and I hope that this is clear. So this is the process of, and in this case the process has already happened. So stringendo, the process of making the notes narrower, and stretto, they are already narrowed, being narrowed. So it's already different. The speed is already different. Allegro assai. Assai means a lot, molto, a lot. So allegro means fast. Well, it doesn't mean fast, but it means fast in music. So very fast. Very happy. Allegro needs some explanation, and you will find it on the playlist of my shorts. Mesto. Mesto means sad. That's it. Sempre misterioso. Sempre means always. Misterioso means mysterious. So always mysteriously. Or mysterious. Okay, that's the same. Alla breve, okay, basically counting in breve. So I think that the official translation is with a minim beat, with a minim beat. But it relates to counting. Molto ritmico. Molto means a lot, so very rhythmical. or rhythmically. And this is completed. I hope it was useful. And again, in my shorts and TikTok and Instagram post, I say a lot about these terms, something that you can't find in any book in the world. So do subscribe, do follow me, and you will learn a lot. And I'm not blowing my own trumpet. It is the truth. You can't find it anywhere. And once upon a time, the composers would go to Italy to learn all these things. And now I am making your travel to Italy accessible online through my videos. So subscribe, follow me, and try to remember what I say about the Italian terms. They are of great help for your playing. Thank you. Let's turn the page together. Exercise 3 is about French terms, and vite means fast. The French word for sweet is douce, dolce. The French word for slow is lent, lento. And retenu means ritenuto. So held back. The Italian version of modéré is moderato. And the French word for animato is animé. And that's it. As quick as that. Let's move on to the final exercise, number 4. In exercise 4, we need to take the right answer to the questions. Affettuoso means tenderly. Playful is scherzoso, pleasant is amabile, and with passion is appassionato. Retenu is basically ritenuto, so held back. Slow is lento, rather slow is adagio, and very slow is assai lento. Con brio, oh I love this, is with vigor, lively. I'm not sure about vigor though, but because vigor would be vigoroso, which means vigorously. Brio I would say lively, like bubbling, bubbling. This is it, bubbling, bubbly. This kind of feeling, excitement, with excitement, bubbly, things like that. Vite means quick, not fairly quick, but quick, like allegro. Mesto, we said that before, sad. Come prima means like before, so as before. Anime is animato. This is very easy. It's very similar as a word. And sempre appassionato is always with passion. Without his senza, remember. Which is the fastest? Okay, andante, grave, lento, largo. I would say andante because andante means at a walking speed. So when you go, you're not in a rush, but you're going somewhere, as opposed to when you like For example, when you go shopping and you walk in your city centre, you look at the windows, the shop windows, and you don't have a particular rush. So you sightseeing around, you decide to go somewhere else. So that kind of thing. This is not andante. Andante is when you walk, you know where you're going, and you walk with no rush. The slowest, I think, is lent, because moderato is a bit more quicker than lent, and allegro and vite are the same, very fast, so lent. Stringendo means accelerating, so gradually getting faster. Yeah, accelerating. There you go. And with this, we have completed chapter 9. Remember that you can follow me on Facebook, Theory Virtuoso, Instagram, TikTok, and you can visit my website, theoryvirtuoso.com. All the links are in the description below, where you can see all the videos that I publish, and I would recommend to visit my website because my videos are quite a lot and you might not find what you're looking for because it's hidden somewhere on YouTube. So visit my website. Thank you very much. Stay in touch. Comment below if this video was helpful, and thank you for watching. Bye. Thank you for watching, sharing and liking my videos. Remember, tell your friends about it. If it was useful for you, it will be useful for other people too. Now, if you want to watch other tutorials on discovering music theory grade 4, click here now and enjoy learning. In the meantime, I'd like to thank all those who have messaged or emailed me and left a comment here. I'm glad that my videos were useful for you and let you feel more confident and strong when taking your exams. I'm here for this. Especially the ones who told me that thanks to my videos they got a distinction at their music theory exam, and this makes me very happy. Thank you so much. The merit is all yours. But thank you for letting me know. And of course, please do keep in touch. I love it. Thank you. Happy music. Bye.